middle school language arts teacher, author of the YA series The Elementals and the Lucia Chronicles. This is a YA book review of a study in Charlotte by Brittany Cavallaro. I'm actually not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. But it is a mystery, which is kind of not my typical genre. I usually read more like YA, science fiction, magical realism, and things like that. But I had seen this on Bookstagram. I had told a friend about it, and my friend really liked it, so then I bought it. Then the second book came out, and I bought that, and it's supposed to be a trilogy, so I decided, like, I should just read it and see what I think. So for me, this book was 4.5 stars. First of all, let's check out this really amazing cover. And the tagline says, "You've never seen Watson and Holmes like this before." So basically, Watson and Holmes are teenagers at a boarding school, but they're both originally from London, and they are descendants of Sherlock, and I think it's John Watson. And Watson's a boy, and Holmes is a girl, and Watson is our narrator. And basically, like, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle was the literary agent for Watson, and according to the story. And basically, it's pretty true to form. I haven't read a Sherlock Holmes. I think I probably read like 1 or 2 in my life. I think I had to read some for school, and I might have read 1 for, you know, my own interest when I was a lot younger. So, because background, I was an English major in college. So basically, these murders start happening at their boarding school. And soon, which this doesn't give it away because it's in the synopsis, soon Holmes and, which her name is Charlotte and Jamie Watson find that someone is trying to frame them. The novel starts out with them not even knowing, I mean, they know of each other, but they kind of don't know who each other exists. And Jamie kind of has this idea of Charlotte Holmes in his mind because in London she worked for Scotland Yard and was a really prestigious mystery solver since she was pretty young, and then she was in the tabloids. The only thing I didn't like is, you know, and I don't want to say I didn't like it because I know it was done for a certain reason. So at this boarding school, the kids are kind of rich and there's some substance abuse, but the kids, and that includes Charlotte in the story, and it kind of plays like a pivotal role in her character development. But it's true to form because Sherlock Holmes used cocaine or opiates or something like that, or both. So it's kind of trying to stick to the family line that Watson carries on some habits and things from his lineage, and Charlotte carries on some baggage and habits from her lineage. I don't really want to give everything away, or anything for that matter, because it's a mystery novel, and part of the fun was trying to figure out who was trying to frame them. I really liked how Charlotte and Jamie play off of each other because they're very different, but yet they're very similar. You just have to kind of like peel back these layers. And I really liked how they interacted with each other. And at times, Brittany's writing was really funny, and I found myself, you know, chuckling out loud to myself at some of the banter. Bonus, at the end, in the epilogue, there's some notes from Charlotte about Jamie's narration of the events, and I thought that was kind of fun. I did pick up the second book in this, and hopefully that, you know, since I'm reading them back to back before the third book comes out, hopefully I'll remember everything that happened, because my memory is not my strong point. But I plan on going right into, I think it's called The Last Days of August. I plan on going right into that book this week, and this was a quick read for me. If I didn't work, I probably would have finished it in a couple days, but with work and reading late at night, I think I was reading like 100 pages a day, so I finished it in like 3.5 days, I think. So it's really good, and it definitely grabs you right away if you are a fan of Sherlock Holmes, or you want to, you know, even if you're not a fan of Sherlock Holmes. I'm not a huge fan. I mean, I think it's interesting, but I'm not, you know, like fangirling over it. I think this book would really interest you. It's just, it was a fun, quick read, and it was different than what I normally read, and I still enjoyed it a lot. So I gave this 4.5 stars out of 5 on Goodreads, and that is A Study in Charlotte by Brittany Cavallaro, and hopefully I was pronouncing her name right. In the meanwhile, happy reading and happy writing.